Hello everyone. In this second video, we are going to continue creating the chess game, and this time we are going to do the game logic, and we are going to do that outside the graphics part. So let me create a new class here, for example, chess. And or maybe chessboard or chess. Okay, just chess, and then we can adjust things. So here we are going to create a chessboard that is going to be an array 2 of maybe an of chess piece, and we have here the pawn, the bishop, the knight. So let me use the schematic snake scales, and let me remove the B prefix. So something like this. We have this kind of pieces, and then we have chess color or player. Let's say we have black and white. And then we have, then let's create a new data class that is going to be chess. This is going to be chess piece kind, and then we are going to have chess piece. Then we have the kind and the player. So this is going to represent a piece here, and for places that doesn't have any piece, we are going to represent them as a null. So we are going to make this array nullable, and we are going to initialize it with an empty array of 8 by 8. So this is any, so I cannot use this. What a pity. So let's use instead array 2 for now, or maybe chess cell, and let's say this is a chess cell, and we also have a chess empty cell, or maybe even empty chess cell, and then we have piece, something like this. Let's make it sealed. So we have, now we have this, yeah, something like this. So this is representing our cell, our board, and also let's place a toString method to actually represent this as a string, so we can do tests. So this test cell is also going to have a toString. For the empty is going to be a dot, for example, and for the piece we can use for example, something like this. Let's use pawn, bishop, knight, rook, queen, and knight. this is repeated, so let's use n. I'm not sure what's the typical representation for this, but yeah, something like this. Then in the piece we are going to do the following. We are going to make to a string of this, and we are going to use the player to change the case of that letter. So for example, let's say the blacks are going to be in uppercase and the whites are going to be lowercase. Something like this. Let's make it explicit. Since this is exhaustive, this should work. So something like this, and then we can for example iterate over all the eighths and all the width, so we have all the cells here, and we can do something like this. Then we can do something like this, and now let's create a test for this. Maybe I have to create, this is the test source, so chessboard test. So here we can do something like this and figure out if this works as expected. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are the cells. And then this is for an empty board, and now let's test empty board. Now let's create another test for something else, like for example test simple board, and then here we are going to say that in this position we have a chess cell of a piece that is going to be a bishop, and the chess player is going to be black. And then we have a knight white on the right, and then here we have the king in the 7-6 position. We have a black king, and let's try this. So this is actually doing something that I didn't want. So let's say instead of to a string we have to use the key, that is this key. And since this is actually, let's also create a key here. So we are not requiring strings. Lowercase chat. Okay, so this is the key, and we are going to do the same for empty. Actually, the key is going to be from the chess cell, something like this, and we can. Is this possible? No, this is not possible. So let's say, it's okay. Let's keep it like this. Okay, so let's try again. So here we have the B. Let me verify this is what we expected. So 0, 0 is this one, a bishop that starts with B. This is a B. It is black. As we said, black is not uppercase, is actually uppercase. Let's make it explicit. And the K, this is the knight. The K, this is the knight. And this is the 1, x1, 0, okay. And this is 7, that is the latest position, and the previous to the latest, and this is the king, that is n. Okay, so this looks fine. So yeah, this is the model. Let's actually use this model to represent this visually. So here we are going to create this board. For now, let's create this one. And now we are going to iterate over all the cells. So something like this, that we have x, y, and b. So xy, this is x, y, and this, let's use the key. Let's create a function here, for example, to get an image from a cell, or actually from a test cell, get image, something like this, BMP slice. So let's start returning always this for now. So we can do this, get image. Okay, so this is it, and now let's do something. Let's check this can be an empty cell, in which case we are going to use bitmaps transparent, and if it's a piece, let's return for now these blacks. 0. Okay, so now you can see that we have 2 pieces here and 1 here, as we saw here. And now let's select the right piece. So since we have this in order, or actually let's make it explicit. Index, let's use 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now we have this index here, and we can do something like this kind index. So now here we have the bishop, the knight, and the king. And now let's select the proper color by using the array this plier, and then blacks and whites, and then we can use this array. So this is, let me verify, this is white. Okay, so this is the this is actually already moving or printing this board, placing the rect images in this board. So let's extract this into a method or something. Extract, refactor, extract. Function. Okay, so yeah, function. So this is we are providing a container as receiver, and then we are going to call this place or represent board for now. Let's find a better name later. And then we are going to provide the board as an argument instead. Something like this. So we are providing the board. Something like this should do. So yeah, blacks, whites. Okay. So yeah, I think this is for now. Then in the next video we are going to actually generate the typical board of chess. See you in the next video.